Hi, this is Phil from underKG.com, and this is Samsung Galaxy Tab S 10.5. So on the top, it's got a Samsung logo and the front-facing camera with sensors, 10.5 inches of a 2560 by 1600 pixels of AMOLED display. This has been quite a while since they used a AMOLED panel on the tablet. Since the Galaxy Tab 7.7, this is the new AMOLED feature tablet. It's got a multitasking key and the fingerprint recognized sensor and the home key, the back key, and on the right is a micro USB port right there. It was quite surprising that they didn't use a USB 3.0 port for a flagship tablet, but they didn't. And a micro SD card slot for your size expansion. The default comes with 16 or 32 gigabytes of storage. There's a speaker, it's a stereo, so there's one on the other side as well. And following to the top is a infrared port for your remote controller, followed by the volume rocker and the power key, and a 3.5mm headphone jack with the another side of the speaker right here, giving you the stereo sound. Nothing is on the bottom. And on the back is an 8-megapixel camera with the LED flash there, and the Samsung logo and certifications. And there's this little hole that works as a latch for your book cover. So there is a dedicated book cover for this guy, so you can snap in here to install with your tablet. And on the back is covered by that dimple punch pattern that we've seen on the Galaxy S5 for the first time. It's a lot better looking than the one from the Galaxy S5. It's got a kind of a rubbery back, and it's quite an interesting feeling. This is very soft. But one thing that I figured out is that it's not exactly completely flat on the surfaces surrounding the Samsung logo, and it's kind of bouncy around here. I don't know why. The Galaxy Tab 8.4 had the same problem, and Samsung has declared that they're gonna replace the back cover if the customers aren't feeling right with it for free. So I guess that's gonna be the same case for 10.5. And the thing for the back cover is that see, there's a little problem right there. Like, it's not exactly completely flat, and it's really hard to manage the back cover really clean. So this is not glossy or anything, so it's not going to be completely dirty with your fingerprints, but it's really hard to keep this guy completely clean, surprisingly. I don't know why, but it is. And turning the power on, what greets you the first time is the lock screen. It's typical Samsung's, but what's surprising here is the AMOLED display itself. So I'm not a big fan of AMOLED display, to be honest, but what they've done with the tablet and this big of an AMOLED display is quite impressive. The previous generations of the Galaxy Tabs or the Galaxy Notes had the IPS super clear displays instead of the AMOLED display, and now they have an AMOLED, and you can of course change the screen tone by turning on that adapt display. There are three color modes: AMOLED Cinema, AMOLED Photo, and Basic. Basic, AMOLED Photo, AMOLED Cinema, and you can kind of see the color switching in the back as well. And Basic is kind of a washed out color. This is even washed out than the usual IPSs. So turning on that adapt display option kind of helps you out. And viewing photos and those kind of things are all impressive, but what was the most impressive was, we're going to rotate this guy to the portrait for now because it's a lot better to see this way. What was most impressive was the internet. So those little text I don't go to mobile websites anymore with Galaxy Tab S. Those full-size websites, this is the full size of the New York Times, the web page, and the little text over here are really crisp. This is the 100% actual pixel size. This is not resized, and these are extremely readable, even in the smaller screens and to the 1:1 ratio. And the AMOLED display or the Pentel layout had the problem with the red or the yellow colorings, and both red and yellow over here are looking completely fine. And that's because this is not in Pentel anymore. This is in full RGB layout, and that's working really well. Those really small letters are totally readable, even with your bare eyes. So we're gonna go back to the normal interface. TouchWiz hasn't really changed a lot. It's the same old TouchWiz, and there's this magazine UX and everything that I'm not a really big fan of. The basic hardware includes the basic software includes Android 4.4.2. Of course, the 4.4.4 is gonna be out, and the Android L coming soon. Probably that's gonna get an update, and that's not a big factor. We're gonna switch to Nova Launcher. I'm not really a big fan of Samsung's UI, and from here we can see that Galaxy Tab S has got an Exynos octa-core 5420. That's quad-core of A15 processors and quad-core of A7 processors. And if you get into the power saving mode, either ultra power saving or the normal power saving, only the A7 core is gonna work. And 3 GB of RAM, 16 or 30 GB of storage on your choice. 2560 by 1600 pixels, of course, is there. And the specs wise is good enough to run this resolution, and that is also proven in the synthetic benchmarks, which ranks about 35,000 in AnTuTu benchmark, and is smooth as you want on a tablet, and is really good how it runs. And overall performance is just amazing, and viewing video, photo, they are totally great with the AMOLED display. The battery wise, it's got a 7900 milliamps of the battery built in, and it's not impressive. It's okay. It's okay to last about a day, and charging takes too long of a time. Even the charger that came with the tablet, it takes a long time to recharge this guy. So it's not like I don't want to spend that much battery on this tablet, but it's kind of making me worry that it's going to take a long time to charge it back. Other than that, it's got a solid performance on the battery as well. The speakers and the sounds coming from the earphone jack is totally fine. It's okay, and the stereo speaker located in this wide is never going to be blocked by anything. So usually tablets has their speaker on the bottom right there, just a mono speaker, or on the back right there. They are usually blocked when you just put them on a table or on your couch. But this guy isn't. That's one of the good things that this got. And the 8 megapixel camera on the back doesn't really take impressive photos. They're okay. They're probably one of the better photo takers amongst the tablets. So that's the part that I like. So overall, Galaxy Tab S 10.0, it's got an impressive display. That's nothing that we can deny. And the solid performance, solid battery life is pretty good. And how light and thin this guy was totally amazing. I never thought that Samsung would be able to make a tablet that I would want to own. And I do want to own this. The only problem that I found was that Samsung continuously pushed to put the keys on the left side and making it a landscape tablet, which I don't get why, because it's got no other good size of making it landscape other than watching a movie on their internet, document editing, document viewing, just probably anything is better just with portrait. And other than that part that I don't really get. This was incredibly thin, light, and probably the best tablet in the market right now. Not even limiting into Samsung tablets. This is definitely the best Galaxy Tabs or Notes that Samsung has ever built, and not even limited to the Galaxy Tabs or Notes. This is probably the best Android tablet on the market right now. So that was Galaxy Tab S 10.5. The only other thing that I miss is that it doesn't have a pen. The S Pen on the Galaxy Notes, especially on the bigger ones, were definitely an amazing feature. I'm sorry to see that this lacks that, but it's Samsung. They're going to come with another Galaxy Note S 10.5 pretty soon. I'm guessing that. So that was Galaxy Tab S 10.5. We were underKG, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, underKG View, Instagram, Facebook to Twitter. Thank you always, and stay tuned for the next review coming very soon. Thank you.